today at London Vianopolis for the second Identita International Chefs Conference. Over 2 days, 15 chefs from top international restaurants take to the stage to share their passion and gastronomic ideas. We catch up with some of the chefs to find out what brought them to Identita 2010.
You know, Identita is alongside Madrid Fusion, San Sebastian Gastronomica and all these great events. And for me to be part of that is fantastic. You know, I really enjoyed Madrid, I really enjoyed my demonstration today, and the fact that we can show young chefs how important, you know, what we do is, and inspire them and show the journalists where the next sort of generation of young chefs are coming through. So, you know, London has a reputation for being one of the gastronomic capitals of the world, and to bring this here just encompasses everything what's good about Britain.
So you gave us a little bit of insight of your new venture in Mayfair. How's it all going?
Yeah, it's going really well. We're still many months away, which is frustrating, but at the same time, it's going to be hopefully one of the you know, it's the biggest thing we've ever done. Certainly the biggest thing I've ever done in my life. So, you know, it's been 22 years in the making, and we're very, very excited. So to wait another couple of months is fine by me. So, you know, I'm really, really excited. Yeah.
I would say being at Identita today is a huge privilege for me to be showing our work, you know, work that Heston and I have spent a long time on, and that we're going to be doing here in London. But not only that, but to be in this kind of company. You know, you've got Jason Atherton, Wylie from WD50, David Chang, I mean, you name it, they're here. So for me, it's a kind of a monumental sort of thing to be on the stage with these guys, really.
You've been talking a little bit on stage about the Mandarin Oriental,
yep,
and what you'll be doing there. How's the plans coming along?
Very well. It's all starting to take momentum now, and we're gearing up and starting to look for staff, and the menu is not finished yet, but we're working on a sort of bank of dishes that we're going to pull from at seasonal times throughout the year. So the idea is the menu will change quite frequently with things coming on and off. Style is very simple, historically inspired dishes. So it could be quite literal, or it could be it might be one element of a dish. Say, for example, cockle ketchup, for example, as part of a fish dish. Or it could be something like the pig's ears or the mandarin meat fruit. So it's historically inspired, I think it's fair to say.
Fantastic. It seemed as if you had so much fun today doing what you did. Do you really enjoy it? Do you sort of try and find the funny side of absolutely everything you do?
I think it's important to us. You're going to be too intense and too, I don't know, I think it's like Heston, and obviously I've worked with Heston for a long time, and he has a great sense of humour about food, while still the fundamental basics and techniques are so important, but it doesn't mean you can't have fun at the same time.
It brings me to Identita. I think for a chef, express the idea and help maybe the young generation to understand and to evolve the cuisine is very important. When I say be always with the feet on earth and fly away, live with your mind on the clouds, I mean be on the feet on earth. That means you have to really be humble, keep always your eyes open and your ear open, because it's very important, because you can learn from a really young guy or an old master. My cooking style is cooking not for your stomach, more for your mind and for your heart, because I'm really, really deep into my passion, and I'm studying and evolving, and this is brings me and the passion are food, art and music. So this are three things that expressing my style.
And how would you actually describe what you're doing at the restaurant? Because I know momofuku is a Japanese word, means lucky peach. You yourself are Korean American. Some of your most famous dishes, like the pork buns, are actually very Chinese in the root.
Right.
And I know that you hate the word fusion.
No, I'm embracing it.
Are you embracing it? Okay.
Because every cuisine is fusion.
Okay. Yeah.
Ultimately.
Ultimately, it's true.
So-
Influences.
So it's just a matter of, how you look at it. And today, I was using pretty much 90% Southern ingredients, 10% from King's Cross Road.
Okay. But for the average English person that hasn't been to your restaurant, what would you say to them what to expect when they walk through those doors?
Just come in with an open mind and put categories and restaurant descriptions away, and we're a place that you just focus on the food. Don't worry about anything else.
Okay.
Hopefully the goal is not what happens when you enter. What we care about is when you leave. When you leave, you're like, holy shit, that was really good.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I came there. It was worth all the money that I spent or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's our goal.
You mentioned that, I just saw you using forage herbs from King's Cross area, and you're always gathering inspiration on your travels. Are we going to see some British inspiration of Momofuku, faggots and pasties on the menu?
No. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I lived here a long time ago, but there's a lot I don't know. And if there is anything I want to learn, it's... obviously, I'm lucky to have a good relationship with Fergus and Heston and Jockey and the research lab there. So you're always learning from them. But there's so much to learn about the breeds of cattle and pigs and chickens here. So something that I'm really curious about. And just the markets here. Like, we're right next to the Borough Market, and we don't have anything like that in the States.
And what bring you to Identita?
It's about showcasing ingredients from my restaurant. So yes, this year was understated luxury, the whole concept. And I think luxury can be in different guises, i.e. mouthfeel. It doesn't have to be luxury ingredients. And that's what we're trying to showcase. I love it. I think it's what we do every day. So it's good to come with a real good congress where a lot of chefs are performing, and it's a good way to catch up with everybody, what everyone's doing. It's a great way to catch up.
Fantastic. I really like your take on the mackerel and how it gave you that luxury feel when it's an underused fish.
Yeah, it's a very understated beast, and let's be honest, mackerel is dirty. But that means it can be gastronomic if you learn how to use it properly.
Yes.
That's our job as a chef, as a craftsman, is to get raw ingredients and make them something delicious.
In a nutshell, can you please describe your food style?
I think it should be delicious, a little bit of aggression in terms of flavour, powerful and finesse.
How important is it to you to involve young people and the work that you do with the new college in Nottingham?
It is the most important thing I do, is to hopefully inspire the next generation. This industry is mine, I love it. Why wouldn't I want to invest in the next generation?
How would you describe your food and what you're doing at WD50, if you could?
I would say it's modern American food, contemporary American food. That probably doesn't bring to mind too much, but I guess that's the term that people are using these days to explain or define or box in the type of cooking that people like myself are doing. Modern food, using I think modern cuisine is typically a blend of all that's happened in the past with very current, up-to-date information, technologies, equipment, things like that. I think it would be nice someday to explore some other ideas, some other options. Yeah, I mean, I've often thought that WD50 would be a great restaurant for London, to be honest. I think that Londoners can very much appreciate and wrap their head around what we're doing. So I've often thought that this would be a great place for a restaurant of that kind. But probably it will have to be another one in the U.S. first before anyone's willing to let me come over here. But I like the idea of someday exploring other options.